Hey.
Oh! Welding his wiener. It's not about who's the best car builder in the world. It's about personal freedom. And the money you make doing things you love, if that gives you freedom, it don't matter if anyone else likes your style or not. Bad Chad here. Oh! What do you think, homie?
Good morning. Sunday. The sun is shining. We got some snow yesterday randomly, but we also got some special visitors. Dave and Naomi and Gregory from Lemon Fab came all the way from Kansas to stay in our Airbnb for the first night and visit with us. So we're heading down to the house now. I brought Gregory some fishing poles this morning. They've got their own channels. They've got Lemon Fab, where Dave works on his project vehicles you guys should check out. And then they've got their double hook angling channel where they do fishing and they build jigs and they build rod holders. So their son Gregory loves to fish, and that is what we've got him doing right now. I got out some of my poles this morning and I said, look buddy, I'm no pro, I love it. And I got him tangled up, so here you go. He is the first one of 2024 enjoying the pond. Hopefully he gets something good. Looks like he's got those poles casting good out there. It's a beautiful day, you guys. We're excited to have them. We went to dinner last night. That was super fun. Had some good food at a local place called Archer's. Probably going to do some shop work here in a little bit. We're going to see if Gregory's had any luck on the pond. How's it going, Gregory? Have you caught any fish yet? Not yet. They might be down deep. It's been cold. You'll get one, I know it. All right, Gregory's setting up his rod holder here. They make these and sell them. So if you guys like to fish, you should get one of these rod holders from Double Hook Angling. Think you're gonna get one? I do. It's your birthday, isn't it? Happy birthday! You're gonna get a big one for your birthday. He's got all the good stuff. See, I'm no pro. Gregory's the pro. Got the jingle jangle.
Doing.
Here we are.
Yep.
It's a beautiful Sunday in Ohio, and our friend Dave from Kansas has brought his family, Naomi and Gregory, up to see us for a visit. They were our first guests in our Airbnb last night, so we're excited to have them.
Yep. Wonderful little house. Wonderful little house.
Yeah.
They just
And the beds, oh my goodness. The beds were better than the Marriott we stayed at. So.
That's awesome. We love to hear that. But we're gonna hang out today and try to get some work done.
Dave has his own YouTube page. He actually has two.
Yeah, they do one that's Lemon Fab, where he works on all of his car and truck projects, and then he has Double Hook Angling with his son Gregory, where they do fishing and they build lures and they build rod holders and all kinds of cool stuff. It's my favorite to watch.
Gregory's
it's really fun.
fishing right now.
Yeah, Gregory's over at the pond right now. You'll probably see him come in, and Naomi will probably pop in a couple of times, but we're just gonna hang out and do some cool stuff and
we had
enjoy
snow
the day.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Sunshine today.
And we're just here for it.
Trying to knock little things off the list.
And we have help. Done. We never have help, so this is like amazing.
I don't know how much help I'll be. I mean, if you watch my videos, I'd take forever to do shit.
Well, so do we. But, you know, 3 heads are better than 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll get to it.
All right. Let me show you what I got going on here. I usually do stuff by myself, so I don't know how hard to work somebody.
So you work me as hard as you think you can. Because you're...
I don't break you down.
I don't know where you're going.
I want to get the rear closer over to the door. Over that way. Yep.
You want the rear to go that way?
Yeah. It don't have to be great. I just didn't want it flopping around. I'm gonna cut everything at a 45 anyway. Bad Chad here. Oh. I think I like Bad Chad. The more people don't like him. Because it's not about who's the best car builder in the world. It's about personal freedom. And the money you make doing things you love, if that gives you freedom, it don't matter if anyone else likes your style or not. And Chad has it figured out because he don't sell nothing. And he still makes money building them. That's every man's dream. But people, every time they post on Facebook, they go in there and just ridicule them. Look at that.
I know, I just saw it.
I think Chad gave me that. I was trying to think where it came from. Remember how wide it is? I just bought this the other day. I thought how handy. 40 and a quarter. That bellows, I broke a lot of tape measures, I just throw them away. He keeps them. And he says anytime I want to do an exact measurement, like if he needs something that's 3 inches, he'll take scissors and cut from 17 to 20. And then he just uses that. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like if you break a tape measure, cut it off and save sections of it. 40 and a quarter. Let's find something I can. I'm safer than Corey. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm probably gonna put it in the middle.
I'm there.
Motor on it and an air compressor on it, where I don't have to even go in the garage. That's what I want. It'd be nice for the campground too. I always told my dad it'd be nice to have a service truck with like plumbing on one side and electric on the other. I don't think the green one's long enough to go around it twice. I'm gonna squeeze her in a little bit. I've been looking for 10 minutes for my fancy little soapstone pen, but I'm gonna give up the search. So we need to find some reference point, I guess.
You need to do like what Fabric's did, get a bunch of them whiteouts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they've been, if you get out the whiteout pens to, correct your ink mistakes,
Yeah.
you can mark on the metal and the weld and the cut doesn't wash it away.
Oh, wow.
Whiteout?
Cutting it, yeah, whiteout.
Huh.
You can get the pen whiteouts that are real fine.
Yeah.
And stuff. It doesn't, when you go to cut, it stays there, even with the torch.
Huh.
Plasma cutter, it stays there.
So you mean it's better than red marker on
Yes.
rust?
Yes.
No way. Can't be.
Well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm real serious about trying to get some of them and try it out.
So I'm gonna have, here's why I don't know where nothing's going. It's because I'm gonna have a big ass axle and a big ass axle, and they're gonna be 4-linked. Both of them. So I'm gonna have a major cross member in front of both of them, because I'm gonna have to 4-link them somehow.
Yeah.
But I don't want real long 4-link. You get what I mean? So this, I'll probably just get it in here somewhere and just weld on top, because it may not stay. But I figure if I put it in the middle, I got the best chance of it staying. You know what I mean? Than if I don't. I've never really seen anybody cap it like I did. But then if you don't cap it, you gotta build a cap for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I need to make sure I'm gonna go in all the way back to there. I need to leave. Because when I cut that off, that piece will curl up. But I think it makes a nice cap. At least that much. There's no science to any of this. There probably should be some science to somebody building a frame, but I don't use science. I use a tape measure though, a little tiny one. I'm gonna come all the way up into here. Really need to find that piece of soapstone. I got brand new pieces, but it was in this little fancy thing. Get that off there. He said, without even me saying anything, he's like, I don't like the triggers on them, and I said, I can fight about too. That Milwaukee's way better.
I don't like it.
I don't either. You're not the only one.
I can't push it.
I think a lot when I work, and I think all the time I need all those tools and I need everything special. And then I watch Ian Russell, you know who he is? Full Custom Garage.
Oh, yeah.
He's out in the desert.
Yeah,
he used to be on like that West Coast Customs, and he'd build them goofy cars on TV, but he's paid his dues. And me and her watch him, and him and his wife she films him, and he does more with this than some people can do with plasma and computers and everything else. It's inspiring, really. Modern things. If I had a plasma cutter, I wouldn't know how to use it. I have zero computer skills, like none.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would come to me, but. First time I did this, I made one too short. 7.5. And you don't want to cut more than you have to. I try to move around because when I get close to the end, watch what it pops and moves all around because it's cold rolled. So it's under an immense amount of pressure. And I really didn't realize that until I made my first one. And when I cut that top piece, it bananas and blows open. So as I was cutting, I thought if I leave this here, it'll kind of hold it together.
That's what that front did with the banana.
And you gotta fight angles. I hate when it gets warm because hoodies make good nail aprons.
Yeah.
Keep your stuff in.
I know. You just lose the whole functionality.
Well, make a short sleeve shirt with
A pocket.
Or cut the sleeves off your hoodie. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Right.
So we're gonna leave that. I'll cut this, and then cut that, and it'll fall off and make noise and pop. And then there's a lot of, I don't know how long those need to be too, so then I gotta figure out what to do there. Blah, 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 blah. Safety first. Always unplug your grinder and use gloves. Don't throw things on the ground that you gotta pick up later, right?
Oh, yeah?
I'm bad about
Is that your rule?
You ever just
That's
like,
the first time I've heard that out of your
just unwrap
mouth.
something and throw the wrapping on the ground, then you're like, oh, I might pick that up later. All right. We got a little bit at the bottom, then we'll finish cutting the top, then we'll make the other side match. enough for the top cut. I like to cut it where I ain't gotta do no grinding.
Gregory.
But I'm gonna have to do some grinding.
My GoPro
Uh-oh. I didn't get enough meat off there. I'll have to clean that up. That ridge, I'll try to get as much of that off there. It distorts, and you can even see where it...
Yeah, you can see the wave in there.
Yeah, which I ain't fond of, but none of this will ever be seen unless it breaks. Then it'll be seen, you know. And get all that weld surface in there, pile it on, and it's rounded. I kind of like how it's rounded, so you can just bury that first line in there as far as it'll go. Turn the little piece of shit up and let it eat. First time I did one of these, I left my tail too short. I think I filled it in or I redid it or something. I don't even know where I came up with this. Have you ever seen anybody do that?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Bird beaking it.
Huh?
Bird beaking it.
Is that what you call it? I'm still gonna put plates over it, probably.
Yeah, I would.
Probably have somebody make me some plates. I've already got holes stamped in it. You just do some filling the welds.
Yeah, I think you need to put fish plates on it.
Yeah.
You hit a good heavy pothole that a few of them that we hit on the way up. It might crack it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna plate.
That'd make a good video. Tick.
Devastation isn't the way I want to get famous. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, you can weld. You can weld this if you want. I'll get it cleaned up, and we'll use a strap and hold it up there, and we'll squeeze it in, and just weld across the top, I guess, in case I gotta take it out. I hope to not take it out. If I put it in the middle, it should be okay. But,
where's your axles at? I mean, you're gonna try to place your axles here, and here, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually, if you're going to do that, you could run your fore length anywhere from here to here, depending on if you want a 16-inch bar, you want a 20-inch bar.
That's why it might be a good idea to weld this in this way instead of this way.
Yeah, I would weld it like this, because then you can do bracket here for your top.
Yeah, the top, and
then how would you do your bottom for your... Well, no, do a triangulated forelink. So do your two tops straight, and then come here and here, and then have this one go over and that one go over, and triangulate the bottom.
Yeah, so I don't have to run a pan.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to run hind parts anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to run the big ones. And
but if you did that, you would have enough. There would be enough plate there. If you ran it like this, there would be enough plate on the side.
You know what started this crazy contraption? Is Merlin, and then I want to build a truck with a semi rear end cutoff, dual drive. I want to find a semi where they had 22 5s, and I want to buy it and then graft it onto another truck. And I met
4 years ago, I sold my dad's semi. We sold it for $7,000.
Yeah.
It ran. It had the 5 whatever cat in it and all that.
So I met another guy down at Daytona. They watch our YouTube. They're from Tennessee, and he's got a YouTube. They're actually coming up to get some parts off of me.
Yeah.
And me and him were talking. I said I want to build another. I want to take 2-wheel drive Cummins, cut the frame off, get rid of the axe end, put a semi rear end on it, and then build the other C50s 2-wheel drive, slam, trailer pull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plate on the back, maybe even no bed, just a semi.
Right on.
And the guy was like, so how would you do the brakes? Juice brakes on the front and air brakes on the back. And as soon as he said that, I'd already thought about it. I said 2 brake pedals. And he looked at me like I was an idiot. But in about 5 seconds, he looked at me again like I was the smartest son-of-a-bitch he ever seen in his life. And
do overlap.
Well,
push on one.
You know how tractors are. You know how tractors are, and they got the little, they got a little flipper on their John Deere, you know, and you could, and honestly, if you was just driving around normal, you could probably just use your fronts. It may wear out quick, but you would never even, if you was empty, cruising, you would never even have to use your air brakes. You just slow down. You know what I mean? Stick shift, slow down.
Well, that's the reason why I ended up getting, why mom and dad, you know, and we all decided to just get rid of the semi is, I can't push on the clutch. I got enough, I could push a gas pedal, but trying to push a brake or a clutch, I ain't got enough.
I'm trying to get more style like Mike Bella.
Yeah.
Homie.
He's just got natural style.
Am I doing this right, homie?
No.
I love that guy, dude. Like, I want to go to San Diego and be like a little shop bitch.
I love him.
And be like, can I
I just want to go to that show he was at.
I wish I had the time and money to do what you're doing, but like.
What, being your shop bitch?
For a week. I like to go. No, go. Well, I did say that.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
No, but like for a week. Like pick your favorite shop and go do it for free. Like, don't mind me. Yeah, I'm just here, you know. And you'll get in the flow of it the second or third day. But somebody who's got way more talent than me is where I want to be. Watch. That's who I want to learn from.
Well, you want to be around those people so you can learn.
This is all just Tim teaching Tim what I want. I used to. You remember them Hot Wheels that had the huge back tires and the extreme motor sticking out? I mean, that's what's going on up here, man. What do you think, homie?
It doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Doesn't suit you.
So, man, like, first steering column I ever cut down was that one. And then I was watching old Bello cut one down. He's building a cab over on a Chevy van frame, 6.0. And he's using, dude, he's really good, man. He's using the original 6.0, like, van radiator, because he's smart. He's like, it'll cool the same, you know? And then if I ever need a radiator, that's what I got now. It's a Chevy van radiator. And the dude cut down a steering column. So I cut mine down. I had never done it before. I never went and I should have went on YouTube, like how to cut down steering column. Well, your columns, like, it's just, those old ones are just like thin sheet metal, maybe 2-inch ID. And then you just catch a bearing, you get a bearing, you know. And I welded a washer to the end of mine because the steering rod is solid and real hard to cut. So I didn't think it would wear out. But I also didn't think I would be driving it this much, you know what I mean? Because I had to shorten the steering column way up. And so then I was watching him. So what he did was he did the same thing, but his steering shaft inside was a little bit too big, man. He goes over, puts it in the mill, shaves off thousandths of it, so that bearing will go on. Then he put a bearing in the end of the, he actually put slits in the end of it, got the bearing in there and then clamped it. And then it's beautiful, beautiful little Heim joint, like the simplest approach, as clean as possible. It worked really well. Yeah. All right. So all we need to do here is get us a reference point, which we can use this line.
Well, you have it marked here.
Yeah. You know what that mark?
Is that center?
That's 45 centimeters. Watch. You're gonna think I'm Canadian, eh?
Okay.
It's actually 17. It's hard. This tape measure's hard to read because it's got centimeters on it.
17 and 13, 16.
45 centimeters is what we're going with. I've never measured anything in centimeters till now. I got a lot better tape measures. You're gonna go back home and be like, that mofo had a kid's tape measure. I was down at the hardware store yesterday. I was like, give me that. I had another one, but Sam.
Well, it'll fit in your pocket. You won't lose it.
Well, like going to the scrapyard the other day, I needed it because I went up to the office. I felt like an asshole. They had community tape measures, so that can be the edge, the center, however we want to do it.
We're gonna definitely.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me get one clamp on it, and then I'll work the strap.
I got it.
I'll come back. That may not be perfect. Bad Chad here. What's these guys? Got Nathan here on the putting this motor in. I love Bad Chad, dude. I love his freedom. I just love. Let's go more this way. There you go. Get Ooh, yeah, right. We're gonna have a hammer. All right. Small, square. We ain't got much gas. We'll get that piece in. I only got the highest quality stuff. We did a lot of SEMA, and then we got all these tools. Yeah.
Job smart.
Oh gosh.
It's called Real King.
My I'm a little spoiled. I got the Lincoln 3200 helmet. Birthday present. Hey.
Oh! Welded his wiener.
Yeah, I think you're.
I
think you're getting low on gas.
Yeah, it
but
is.
that needs to be grinded.
It is low when
It's got too high.
you don't want nobody to see it.
You're dang right. Grinder will fix it
Look at
all.
mine.
Well, at least it's flat. You're gonna have to.
But it's good.
See,
Yeah.
there's no big old giant gap over there, so that one's halfway decent. And this one over here, I'm trying to fill the Grand Canyon.
I'll sleep on that side. Nobody will see it.
It's got some.
This side over here looks like perfect.
That scared me.
That one was a lot more.
Yeah.
I
That was a lot
did.
more than the other side,
I
wasn't it?
wasn't expecting it. It scared me.
If it looks junky from the side, I want somebody to change your opinion when they walk up to it. Like, oh, he wanted it to look like this, instead of just saying,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. Yeah.
I would like to find the guy who bought that truck new. God dang, if he was 40 then, he'd be 90 now.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to be like, look, man, like, what was the one reason when you just stopped working on it? Because it's just one thing
Yeah.
on a car, but it's been adding up. It's pissed you off. You know what I mean? You've been fixing stuff, and then finally one day you're just like, we're gonna go get a new car, and then they park it. So that's what I like, is bringing them back to life. The guy we bought that from, I told you a story. He isn't the guy who owned it, but when we went to his house, he had a 70 Suburban on a Duramax frame, and he wanted like 90 or 100 grand for it, and it looked like it was worth every penny. Like, he knew his stuff. And we built the truck and showed up at this local truck meet in Ohio. He come running across the field.
When we're pulling in.
Oh my gosh, he come running. That's what I sold. I was like, hey, what's up? I didn't recognize him. And he's like, I sold you that last year. I'm like, that's the damn right. Here we are, I just want to be able to fill up the tire, but I don't think with this little, I want to add maybe another tank underneath somewhere.
Put a doubler.
Well, I got this tank. It's just an old air tank. But probably the craziest thing that I'm trying not to do right now is take her Escalade and turn it into a all-wheel drive C10. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
You take one of
Body
these,
swap it,
take
yeah.
one of these short bed,
Oh, yeah.
put it on an Escalade frame. What's going on there?
I don't know.
The screws pulled through the rubber grommets.
Rattled them out.
Gotta fix that while we're here. I used the stuff they sent. Well, it's a good thing I was working on it.
have your pump jumping around in there.
That one's so tight it's bottomed out. It's spinning. We'll get to it.
That other one, they pulled clear through.
Yeah.
Here.
I'll grab it in the back. Zip, 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 zip. You know who I didn't used to like, but I really enjoy watching now is Vice Grip.
Yeah.
At first I didn't like his Minnesota twang.
I think he's just recasting.
But I've been watching it and he's really good.
I know,
He's a good
exciting.
mechanic.
Vice grip.
Yeah. He's big time, man. He's made it.
I think so.
What?
But he's made it. He's busy all the time, going different
She's
places.
on Motor Trend. You ever chop a top?
No.
Me neither. You're doing it right?
But I don't know. That's probably kind of about how I would do it. I mean, the Z notches.
So I watched a lot of YouTube, and I started watching how to chop a 35 Ford. And I watched these one guys, they did it back here, man, and they had so many problems trying to make everything fit. And then I watched these other guys, and they did one, and they did it just like this, and they said, you're going to have to put 2 inches in the middle. So I cut it just how they cut it, and moved it back, and tack welded a little rod in there just to hold the shape. And then I found out that chopping the top is the easy part.
It's getting it all the line.
It's all the hundreds of hours of work of getting in here. This cab was gone, and through not a lot of experience, I chopped it right through the lead area. So
so the lead's fighting you.
well, I had to get it out. Yeah, I had to get it out. Basically, what I ended up doing was burning all the lead out, and I ended up with nothing here. And this is dozens of passes of tissue paper turned down. Tack, 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 grind it down, and it's
Solid now.
yeah, but there's nothing, man. You ever weld on something and it keeps disappearing?
Yeah,
So-
I have a 64 Rambler, it just kept going.
Yeah, so I was like, man, and so like in here, it's gone, but I'm gonna use a lot of that strapping. I'll use like that stuff on the floor, and I'll go back in, and like over here, it's gone, it was rusted, so I'm gonna have to take my whiz wheel and get down into good, and any bit of that you do starts building it back up stronger. It wasn't real strong to begin with, but then I cut the back out because I'm gonna cut that out too. I just do.
Yeah, when you first started doing that, I almost thought you was gonna build a path through.
It will be kind of,
Will
just kind of like, because of the Z of the frame,
Yeah.
it'll be more of like small storage for us to just
Yeah,
reach back.
just so you could reach.
Snacks or extra shirt or something.
Right on.
And then because I also like to make things hard on myself, I cut the gauge bezel out because I was looking at it and the dash was made the same. They were pressed the same. And I noticed the glove box was the same as the gauges. And this is top secret info, but Village Customs, I met him in Daytona.
He turned it off because he said it's
No, it's going to die.
No, you can put it. It's like that. It ain't top custom. But the Village Custom guys is one of the judges at the show, and he does right-hand drive on stuff. So I figured I'm gonna try right-hand drive. I was looking up, and you could buy like a Vega box or a Jeep Cherokee box for right-hand drive for it. So I think that's what we'll do. Just to be
So
different.
you just want to convert it to right hand, yeah. That'd be cool.
I don't know. It's going to end up being a lot more work. And I don't know how I'll do the steering. I may end up having to do hydraulic steering on it, which Corey did on the mousetrap. So I'll have to ask him more on that. But once again, I got to stay in that budget. But as of now, I found a 4-speed with a transfer case for like $300. He has both drive shafts. And I'll probably go with that. G Chevy.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make the front end 4-wheel drive, and then I'm gonna 4-link the front, the Z of that frame, I'll put more brackets in there, and that'll be my strap. And I'll do a 4-link on that. And just going to use coils. Those are 2014 Dodge Cummins coil springs, so they'll be fine for this in the front. And I don't want to bag everything because I'm not really an airbag guy. I airbag this just.
Well, with a $5,000 budget, you start throwing airbag in there, it's going to be going.
Yeah, that kit in there was like $1,300,
yeah.
And you could piece it together cheaper. But I may do air in the back for the 2 rear axles. I may have air back there because I ain't sure how heavy none of that stuff weighs yet. But just then I gotta weigh my options on what engine to use at this point. Yeah. I want to put a diesel in it, but as far as that budget goes, and actually, I was watching that fellow this morning. That dude still blows me away. His level of craftsman. He's building a cab over on a. He used a Chevy van.
Losing your washer.
Probably going to lose that whole setup. Upgrade.
Well, I'm made for this job. I hold what you need.
Need that one bolt pushed up. Push that one up. There you go. Alright, here's what we got. I got like ADHD or something where I can't just have one project.
Yeah.
I can't.
It kills me. That's why I do.
I would lose interest and walk away. You know, the people say you got too many projects. You got too many projects. Like, I don't think I got enough.
Yeah.
I want more.
You've got enough. You've got enough room here to add a few more.
We got a whole field back there.
That's kind of why I just work on the one project at a time because, you know, I'm limited to my space. I can fit one vehicle in my shop, you know, or I could fit the Rambler and maybe my son's Jeep or something. But
and then buying parts is so expensive, you know. But a lot of the stuff I try to do don't cost me much.
Yeah.
We got a really sweet scrapyard. They sell new metal, but they also sell just anything, you know what I mean? And 60 cents a pound, so you can go up there and get metal.
Oh man, 60 cents a pound, pretty good buy.
Yeah, it is. That might have been.
Truck was about a foot taller. I could just wheel right under.
We love this truck. I had a guy offer me a decent semi for it, but I knew I wouldn't be able to insure the semi very good, and it was older cab over. But you know, the value of the trade was probably there, but we just love this thing. You know, we drove it to Florida and back. So people, I think the biggest reaction is when you're going down the highway and people see you running 80. That surprises them.
Yeah. Especially when they see the front end coming and then you go and pass them.
Yeah, truckers love it. You know, well, not all American truckers love it, I should say, but the other ones don't even look. But yeah, you're used to seeing these little trucks going 30, 40 mile an hour, you know, all the grain. And the number one killer in these trucks are the brakes. And I was watching Anthony's the other day, Hardcore Fab. You see his newest video?
Yeah.
He's talking about this. They had dual wheel cylinders in the back, and just so many areas to leak. And every one of these C50s you see online, it's like $1,500. Needs brakes.
Yeah.
You know?
They usually say needs brakes.
The craziest thing, I've bought and sold a lot of stuff, and I had the original frame out here, and I put the original C50 frame on a C50 page because it was a power steering, and it still had the motor and everything. And I thought somebody might want it because it's a power steering truck. A lot of them weren't. So I just had it for like $300 for sale, the whole thing, on Marketplace. And this guy from Chicago started messaging me and asked me how much I wanted for the wheels and tires. Bi-Sply, mixed match, dry rotted, split rim, wheels and tires. At first I thought it was a joke. And he's like, no, I want them. I really need them. I'm like, they're split rim. He's like, I know. I need them. I really need them. And I was like, well, $250, $200. He could have bought the whole frame, but if you're selling something and somebody asks you for the price, you got to put a price on it. So it was $200 or something. And I'll never forget this. He drove here from Chicago in like a Chrysler minivan with no seats other than the front two and that was his work truck, man. The carpet was dirty and stained up, and he was a foreigner. He ships trucks back to the motherland in containers and needed rollers, needed wheels and tires.
Oh, right on.
And there's an ask for every seat, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The junkyard won't even take them.
Yeah.
And he come here and he whipped out $200 and everyone we put in the van and off he went. And I was like, I just stood here and stared at the money, and I part of me felt guilty, but another part of me was like dumbfounded. You know what I mean? Like, I just sold split rim, buys ply.
There's one in every box.
Well, they put them in shipping containers, so he wanted just skinny tires, and he didn't care. And they're buying them and shipping them back. You ever see those guys? I don't know much about foreign countries.
I watch them where they rebuild the trucks and rivet them and all, and making.
Those guys are cool,
and then
but
they redo the tires.
I'm talking about like where the sheiks have like the nicest square bodies you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like in plastic and stuff. They'll spend big money for that stuff. I needed to work on this to find out that it was loose.
Yeah. There's always something to work on.
I grew up trap shooting for money, so guns don't even really interest me that much. It's not that they don't interest me, it's the cost.
Yeah.
If you got a hobby like I got, it's hard to have multiple hobbies. They're getting ready to have the Wilhelm auction next weekend.
What's that?
These guys lived here in Mount Vernon, Ohio. They were brothers and they were trap shooters, and they had a bunch of money. I don't know how, but they lived in Mount Vernon, Ohio, and they had like a compound where they all lived together. And the guy had a warrant or something, and when the cops showed up to take him in, him and his brother got in a shootout with the cops, and they both got killed.
Oh, wow.
And they had a square body Chevy Blazer that had like 8 or 81 miles.
Oh, my.
And I think it got auctioned, and then it was just at Barrett Jackson, I think. And next weekend is their auction, because it's all been in probate. But next weekend is the auction of everything else.
Wow.
And it's probably worth going to. They would buy brand new trucks, put like wheels and tires and running boards on them, and I don't know if they bought 2 at once or what, but they confiscated like hundreds of thousands of guns. You know what I mean? And they killed these guys. Like, they got into it, man. Like, I don't know the backstory, but being a car guy, I keep seeing these ads. This one guy keeps sharing the ad. They got some really low mile vehicles, man. It's coming up. I thought it's not sticking down far enough here. All right, got all 4 of them on there?
Yes, sir.
They're just Phillips on top. Just snug them down. I can't hold them no way. Perfect.
Yeah, don't bump your head.
We'll put this on there, which it'll end up leaking. And we'll be able to, I'll have an air hose in the other box, and if we ever need, it's just dumb to have the capabilities and not be able to air up something.
Yeah, I agree.
I think.
We just had a really fun weekend with our friends from Kansas, Dave and Naomi and Gregory. They came all the way here, 13 hours away, and spent a couple days at our Airbnb. They were our first guests. Said that they had a really good time, so we did.
Yep. All we did was work on the house for weeks leading up to the day. They was our first customer, so they gave us a good time to make sure we got it done by. And it'll never be done. We'll always be upgrading a little bit here and there, but we got our second guest in there now, and somebody else is wanting to rent it for the next 4 days. So things are going pretty good. But they got to stay in it, and they came here all the way from Kansas. They was doing some other stuff, but they was seeing America through the windshield, and they got to stay here, and they like to watch our channel.
Brought us a bunch of gifts, some shirts and some lures and a rod holder and all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, a sign and some salsa.
Yeah.
in some Hot Wheels.
So thank you guys. That was so nice.
Yeah,
We
Gregory-
had a great time with you.
Gregory fished in her pond and he tried to eat a whole pizza. Gregory meets pizza. He tried to eat the whole thing by himself. He almost did. But we had a good time. It's people we've met online, and that's what makes us keep doing it. And we appreciate getting to meet them. We want to get us a flag and put a pin for everybody we've met, so we always know where
you're coming
we
from.
have a friend.
Our friends tonight that are staying are from Tennessee that we met when we were in Florida. So like life's
Yeah.
crazy.
He
you
came
know?
up here to get a front clip out of the motorhome that I stripped. He's wanting to put that in a 41 Chevy Wrecker, and he asked me what I was going to do with it, and I told him I was going to scrap it, and he said he could use it, and I'm all for that. So
Yeah.
they drove up here and got it. It's in the truck. We went out to eat a little bit, hung out, got to hang out with them. They've done a lot of stuff. Moved from Georgia to Tennessee. He said he has like 90 cars or 70 now. So I
You'll
heard.
see more about them though in the next video.
Yeah, that'll be next
more
video.
to come.
So it's good to meet Dave and his family. And that brings us to,
The surprise we had.
yeah, we got
on
the mail.
porch.
Got the mail today. And
I went down there and I wasn't expecting anything, and there was something on the front porch. So
please do not bend. This is from James Hurst, Clements, Maryland, to Piece.n.grease.
I'm so excited.
So do not bend, and it's heavy. It must weigh at least 10 pounds. So it's heavily taped.
I texted him right away because I was just going down to go through the Airbnb and make sure that like everything was perfect before they got there, and there was this, and I was like, babe, we got a surprise gift, and
It's killed me. We don't want to open it till we sat down and had time to
Yeah.
film this.
He's been dying all day. He keeps saying, when do I get to open this? And we've been busy, so at what time is it? 10:30. 10:30 at night is when we had time to get to it. I'm excited.
I can see something, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, wow.
Tim and Jen.
This is awesome.
It's heavy, man.
I know.
Pull the box.
I can't believe
Don't mind their dogs. They're deciding to
Oh, it is Wanda. Come on. Go lay
they
down.
ballet fight.
Yeah, they sound like they're being ferocious, but they're really just doing a delicate dance that giant dogs and crazy dogs do.
Let me see here. Let me look at this real quick, and then I'll read it to you. Tim, Jen, and Sammy. Just a little something to commemorate your YouTube channel and to wish you both much success. I enjoy watching your channel along with many others and wanted to let you know it's appreciated. I'm a 22-year Navy veteran,
Wow.
but still work a stressful full-time job. I hope to retire in the next 2 years and, like you, enjoy meeting and working on old cars and trucks. I currently have a 1956 F100, which I've had since I was 15, growing up in eastern Tennessee, very close to Pigeon Forge, and a 35-36 Ford two-door humpback, and a 69 GTO, soon to be a pro touring car. I make these signs to fund my many projects. I word piece and grease the way it's listed on your channel name. The top portion is done by using a torch and heating the metal until it starts to change colors. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
And air is used to control the heat as much as you can, and then powder coat to clear. This is going to be great.
I am so excited.
The background is metal cast paint, so if you prefer a different color, it can easily be changed. Tim, you and I have a lot in common. I do my own thing and personally don't care if it pleases anyone.
That's awesome.
Bro. Again, thank you for all the work you put in your channel and hope you enjoy the sign. If you don't mind, I don't want to read anything I'm not supposed to. I would like to post it on my Facebook page, CEMD, and my personal page, James Hurst, CMD Metal Jim. So Jim, anybody that takes time to write a letter and send something and box it in a professional way is mind-blowing, and it's very appreciative.
And thank you for your service. And I am impressed that you've had a vehicle since you were 15.
No doubt.
Wow.
No
That's
doubt.
awesome.
No
I'm
doubt.
so excited. Thank you for doing this.
It's unbelievable. if you ever thought about starting a YouTube channel, and it don't matter what you're into, you should, because you're going to meet other people that's in the stuff that you're into.
Yes.
And really, that's all you're looking for in life is people with similarities.
It is so awesome to get to meet these people and connect with these people and just seeing how, like, humans are actually good. Like, you see so much bad in the world, but we see so
Humans
much good.
I never met are my favorite ones.
Yeah, we see so much good just from just being a part of
I don't want to blow. I'm taking my time.
I know.
I want to see it first. I want to get a sneak peek before you get a look.
You make me so nervous that
Oh, yeah, boys.
cataract.
Whatever it is, it's already out.
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh!
That's,
I might cry.
he's even got a hanger on it.
That is so nice.
Look.
Holy
That's bigger than
cow.
Gregory's pizza. Look at that. Piece and Grease.
Oh my gosh.
2023, Tim and Jen.
Thank you so
I love it. Look at the
much,
background color.
James. Yeah, I love it so much.
Look, it's 2 pieces with riveted top.
Oh my gosh.
Look, and that's where he talks about
Yeah,
the
how
heat.
it's I love it. Wanda loves it too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Look how big
I
it is.
seriously love it so much.
Yeah, we gotta find a.
Thank you
We gotta
so
find
much.
a sweet place to hang at, man. Hey,
Wanda,
Hey.
Wanda, come here. Come
hush.
here. Otis, go
You
lay
don't make
down.
a noise till it's
That's
late.
enough. It's enough.
Well, anyways, we can't thank you enough for that, buddy.
No kidding. Holy cow, that means so much.
Yeah.
We're definitely.
So you live in Maryland? Come on down, buddy.
Yeah.
You're not too far away. I've been to Maryland
Oh my
once.
gosh, me too.
This is stuff like this. It's a lot of thought put into this, and
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we love art and we love anything that someone puts their perspective into and their vision into, and to have somebody go out of their way and surprise us and make us something that we would consider art. It is art. It's beautiful. It means so much more that it comes from somebody just out of their heart. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So we're so thankful for that.
so we'll put this in a place where you make sure you see it,
Every video.
and that way you're a part of the ride, the journey.
Yes,
So
yes.
we appreciate that, and
It's beautiful.
send us your junk. We love it, and that's about all we got for this video. You're
Yeah.
gonna see a lot of good times, meeting new people. That's what our journey's about. I don't have the latest and greatest, but I have a lot of good ideas, and I can do more with my bare hands than I can with a computer.
We're so thankful for all you guys. You
Yep.
know, I know we say it all the time, but we hope that you know that we really mean it, because every one of you has helped us grow in some way, shape, or form. So thank you so much for
Yep.
that. And keep sharing and liking and subscribing and sending those comments to us.
Yep. Peace out. We'll see you.
See you
Peace
on
and
the next
grease.
one.
Bye.